Oh, there you are, sweet baby angel, and here I am. It's time for you and I to sit on the couch and commit to each other. Again.
You want the trash, I got it all for you. Let's rehash the mess together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello, I'm Wilko, the guy who rehashes reality, and welcome to Wilko Rehashed. If you like any of the videos on this channel, well, tell me by giving them a thumbs up or commenting below. That's also good. Subscribing to the channel really does help, so if you could do that, I would be very appreciative. If you want more content ad-free, you can support me by going to patreon.com/rehash. Thank you so much to all of the fresh new Patreon sweet baby angels who have signed up because they're about to receive a new series at Patreon. Very soon. In addition, maybe because you might not know, to all of the standard rehashes this year, we are doing a live show after every episode where you can air your grievances, your thoughts, your feelings, your musings, your concerns, live with me. It'll be happening around 15 minutes to half an hour after every episode has aired. And if you can't join us live, don't worry, they're always there for you to catch up. So here are my predictions for what we are about to watch. I reckon that Disney Dad and Sex Mel Sheen both write leave. They have to leave this experiment. Also, a couple that needs to wrap it right up is Shannon and Caitlin. He is disgusting, and we need to wrap this up because we're just sort of venturing into causing real damage for Caitlin if they make her stick around. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen, but, you know, fingers crossed, trash, mess, and drama. Here we go.
I just like...
Yeah, I slept okay. Our feet touched for a second. I was like, oh.
Our feet touched. Are you not a foot person?
No, I'm okay. I was just like, I was actually more thinking like, oh, is she not a foot person? Like,
Nah, I'm such a foot person.
okay, cool.
Okay, cool. All right, so we've got something in common now, Claire. We're both into feet and both into No, he's certainly not into crystals, no matter what they're trying to make us believe. Wow, so this relationship is really coming leaps and bounds. Guys, they touched feet during the night. So much so that it sounds like Jesse absolutely nutted himself over it. I take every negative thing I've said about this relationship back. It's clearly working. The experts know all.
Yeah, look, it doesn't bother me. It's just a number. He says he deleted it. I've been in that situation before, and the only reason I've ever given my number away is so that the person just leaves me alone. Yeah, all right, he probably should have said, hey, I'm married, but it's a lesson.
But I just didn't want to reject the girl. It is what it is. So, for me, it's over.
It is what it is, producers. Come on, Endemol, stop pressuring him. It is what it is, and for him, it's over. What's over? The experiment, the relationship with you and Bronte, or this new relationship with the girl's number? Or Abby from The Bachelor. Who knows what he's talking about? This relationship is all too sus, and it's all in the bin. And Bronte gets it, guy. You wouldn't get it. You're not hot enough, and your partner's not hot. They're so hot that she understands. People are always going to be like flocking to Harry and flocking to Bronte going, please, 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 give me a number, please, take my number. That is a reality for them. And we wouldn't get it, sweet baby angel, because you and I are just fugly. Well, I can't speak for you. I'm sure you're very hot. But me personally, I don't understand that world. And I never will.
I can't have you back if you're at bars giving people your number.
But I wasn't.
You were with Harrison. And Harrison is saying that he got a girl's number. And he's also saying that you got a girl's number. If you didn't do it, why is he saying it? He must have done it. Why would you say that?
I don't know why he would say that. I don't understand the stuff that Harrison says, right? I really feel that Harrison crossed the line there.
Oh, that was Frankenstein really bad. Crossed our line there. Endemols, I'm going to need to see their mouth moving while they're speaking a little bit more than just a shitload of B-roll and you cutting the narrative to suit your needs. If Dan really did nothing, like zero in this whole scenario with Harrison, and like Sandy said, being out with Harrison in the first place is a huge red flag. Why wouldn't he be more upset with Harrison pushing him under the bus more than he is? He barely called him out at the dinner party, and even now it sounds like you're trying to manufacture his anger towards old Harold. I feel there's more truth to come out here.
You look nice.
Yeah, it's a different look. You look very nice as well.
Do you want to discuss before we go?
No, I'm good. Yeah, I think it'll be a long night.
Good.
I feel like we're just in such an awkward space, you and I now.
Yeah, I agree. We are.
Do you think we can turn this around, or do you think this is toast, or?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just toast. It is absolutely sourdough muffined. This relationship is so toasted, it's on fire currently in Mel and Leighton's apartment. You'd only get that reference if you've been watching a lot of these videos, and why haven't you? I don't think we've seen all of maybe the coldness that Disney Dad has dished out during this experiment, but also I can't entirely blame him for being quite cold and shut off now, after everything that we've seen from Sex Mel Sheen. So during the whip around of the Love Lab Rat Maze, I find it very interesting that we didn't land on Cam and Lyndall to see how they're doing. No, we didn't check in on them at all and what Cam felt about the whole argument, and Lyndall ended up bringing it up anyway at the dinner party. There was no check-in at all. Do you find that weird, sweet baby angel? Because I do. All right, the rest of it's very boring, a lot of flashbacks, and it is time for us to get on the Commit Me couch.
Hi, I'm Claire. It's my husband, Jesse.
I feel like we need a reintroduction.
So we're now seeing your true self, your authentic self with her.
A lot more.
How would you describe the feelings?
I wouldn't have reacted to certain things if I wasn't feeling a certain way about Claire, so yeah, I like her.
You've got romantic feelings.
Yeah.
And what about you, Claire?
I enjoy the connection that we have built this far.
Have you guys kissed?
No.
Are you physically attracted to Jesse?
Yes, I am.
Are you, Jesse, physically attracted to Claire?
Yeah.
I can see you're looking forward to it. And you're looking forward to it. I love this. It's coming. It's coming.
Okay, can we not yell that out on the couch? It's coming! What, now? Okay. I'm sure 2 Shillings would love to watch that. She sounded just as excited. I'm confused, sweet baby angel, because I thought they had a little smooch when he said, give me a smooch. But is that kiss not counted? I really feel like they've kissed more than just the wedding. All right, so the performance art begins with Claire and Jesse, happy families, everything's great. He can't wait for it to come. And you take that how you will, SBA. So with the stays, we must move on.
Harrison, as a married man, why did you take the girl's number in the first place?
Good question,
I just wanted the conversation over and done with. Like, I just wanted to navigate away from that without any conflict.
How lovely of you.
Was there any part of you that thought, I'm going to say no, I'm in a relationship?
Yes.
But
I just wanted to humour her.
Oh, guys, he was humouring her. Because you know how hot Harold is. It would be just such a cruel, life-shattering moment for that poor girl if she got told, no, I'm currently in a relationship. That would ruin that girl. No, don't comfort. You know that to be true. That girl would absolutely be destroyed if Harold said, no, I won't take your number. Dirty Harry, I would have to argue the case that you taking the girl's number and then never messaging her will also have the same effect of her feeling shit.
At the end of the day, I've got to build that trust, and that's why I'm here. I'm choosing to trust him, and if I keep having doubts, there's no point me being here.
Get it. I actually don't get it.
Because he's, to some people, good looking. It's not his fault.
I don't think that's what my wife's saying, no.
I'm asking her.
Rampola isn't hiding her disdain for Harold whatsoever. And that's pretty much what Bronte said in her piece to camera before the Commit Me couch time. So yeah, Rampola, it's exactly what she's saying. Harry's so hot. What do you mean? People are gonna throw themselves at Harry 24/7. The performance art is really continuing tonight, and I hope you're enjoying it, sweet baby angel. Even the performance of them linking arms on the couch. Please tell me who in Australia and in the world is buying this.
I don't like it one bit. I commend Bronte for being so secure in herself. It just doesn't sit well with me at all. It actually makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
I think it's a really simple thing to say, sorry, I'm married.
I get your point. I do.
Why is it wrong when you're in a relationship to get the number of another girl?
It's I suppose it could be seen as a breach of trust.
I suppose.
Suppose? What do you think it is?
I mean, I've explained the situation.
No, I know that. Is this a behaviour that you see as a breach of trust?
Yes.
This guy's Spanish.
Do you think you would have told her if the group hadn't started talking about it?
I don't know.
That's a no.
At this stage, probably not. I didn't think anything good would come from it.
Do you trust Harrison at this very moment?
Yeah, I do. I do.
This is the funniest thing that's ever happened all season. I suppose it could be seen as a breach of trust. I suppose. But it doesn't matter because Bronte absolutely trusts Harrison. I don't know what to say to that. I also don't know what to say with Claire having a little chat from the nosebleeds because Claire, I don't think you're entirely innocent when it comes to this experiment. Don't get me wrong, you've really been up against it with old mate Jesse, but I don't know if you should be calling out bad behaviour from the other couch. Maybe in this instance, maybe it would be smart for you to shush yourself. Because when they get to the reunion, you know full well the producers are going to drop some footage.
I'm trying. I'm taking every day as it comes. Because I feel like I'm seeing now, for the first time in a long time, the girl that I met at the wedding. You know, that girl came back this week, and I want more of that. I'll do whatever it takes to earn your trust.
End scene. The linking of the arms, the looking at each other, I can't not with this. Oh, shit. It's good. It's really, really good. Last season with Brent and Tam Tam, I could fully see the producers pulling the strings. I don't think producers need to pull the strings of these two. I think they're just getting together and going, you know what, let's make it work because we both want to be here for the screen time. So who needs producers when they're just doing it all themselves?
Oh, I'm not going out anymore. I'm just staying home from now on.
It's not how you deal with it.
Sandy, he's not trying to deal with it. That's not what he's trying to do. He's making light of a situation because he wants everyone to find him charming and, oh, he's so affable. There's absolutely no way that Harold would do any of those things. Look, he's laughing and having fun about it.
So I wrote stay.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay.
Okay, and I'm going to leave. That's it. Wrap up the episode, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Like and subscribe. Sign up to Patreon. Bye. I've got to do more. I reckon we just wrap it up here. I don't... Okay, all right, cool. I'll continue on.
And I said straight up, like, I didn't get a number. I felt at that point in time, my integrity was under question. I wanted to make it very, very clear that the accusations that were thrown around weren't accurate at all whatsoever.
I was upset because, yeah, if he has taken a number, that doesn't sit well with me. Maybe Bronte is a better woman than I am and more secure, but I no. And where the information was coming from is from people whose moral compass, I haven't really seen it.
Who are you referring to?
Well, Harrison. It's no lie that I don't agree with the way he has been with Bronte in the past.
I just saw Dan with his phone out, but I'll let you clarify.
I just saw Dan with his phone out, but I'll let you clarify. Sure, Dan, you could have your phone out, and that doesn't necessarily... Like, I can have my phone out now, but I'm not taking anyone's number. That itself is not enough of a piece of evidence for old mate Dan to be crucified. I needed Dan to be a little bit more like, hey, Harrison... You bringing me into this shit, that's gross. You did a gross thing. Because don't tell me that you haven't spoken to everybody to get to the real story at this stage. And Sandy, well, I'm assuming she named more people, but the edit has removed them. She talked about multiple people and their moral compasses and the, level of trustworthiness. But only Harrison made the edit. Who else? Who else? Tell me.
I'm not putting any blame on you. What I'm saying is that the information came from you and I don't trust you. So I'm not going to believe something coming out of your mouth over my partner who has shown me trust. He's seen a side of me now that firecracker you were talking about came out yet. I mean, yeah, the Budaka came out because you messed with me. Yeah, but I'm not going to hold back. Yeah, walk all over me. It's cool. You can break my jaw. It's not going to happen.
Sandy's really specifically coming for Bronte. in the shadiest and most glorious way possible. So there's definitely more contention around Bronte than what we're seeing. And you're not wrong, Sandy. Dan shouldn't be hanging around with Harrison. One conversation with Harrison, I think you would realise pretty quickly that he is full of it. And before Noni, his mum, comes for me on the internet, Noni, I'm not just talking about the show. I've heard a bunch of interviews, live interviews with him and the shit that comes out of his mouth. Not a great guy. All right, so Dan and Sandy are also a double stay.
Can you see yourself falling for Tani?
Yeah, 100%. I can't put it into words yet. The trajectory is really positive, I think. Whatever expectations I had, it's exceeded like quite a lot.
A little giggle. Would you like it together?
There you go. Boom.
Yay!
All right, another double stay and a relationship that's going so well that we don't see any of it. Not even any real little speed bump. Well, I suppose I take it back. There was a huge speed bump where Ollie had attacked Tani in the night with his toenail. But amazingly, they pushed past it.
I feel like I got stitched up a little bit. Thought everyone was doing that photography challenge.
It was special.
Oh, yeah, no
Adam really leaned into it. I made him squeeze tomatoes over his face. And he made me eat a banana sexually.
Seductively eat a banana.
Well, I think we should go to the decision.
To stay, obviously.
Fabulous.
All right, so it's another double stay, and again, a relationship we barely see anything of. Even their intimacy week, the one little bit we saw was what they described, the squeezing of the tomatoes dripping over his body. We didn't even get to see the banana, you know, and that would really give us great context for how the relationship is going. Who knows what to believe with that? I do want to know what the name of that challenge was, Rampola, so if you could slide into my DMs and just let me know so I can share with the sweet baby angels. What was the name of the photo challenge? It can't just be called the photo challenge because fruit and veg were involved.
I think probably communication styles is our biggest issue. When we argue, it gets really heated because we're both really passionate.
We can't have a conversation with somehow the other one not taking offence.
You guys need to start focusing on listening to each other, giving each other space to have those different approaches. But first, we need to go to the decision.
So I've said stay.
I would also like to say...
All right, it's another double stay and a relationship. I feel like I'm saying the same thing every time. A relationship, who knows? The most interesting thing that has happened is that Leighton tried to burn down the Sky Suites. All right, now it's time for us to get to one of the main events tonight. Disney Dad and Sex Mel Sheen. We knew from the promos that he was gonna get pretty emotional, which he's tapped into his emotional side before in front of Mel, and it seemed to have done nothing. Yeah, emotions don't really do anything to the Sex Mel Sheen. There's only one thing you can do to turn it on. That's actually...
We started off in a messy week in a difficult position and then tried to hit the reset button with some dates, some quality time together, some physical intimacy, and that didn't seem to really work.
I think because we're still talking about sex, it's still really bloody awkward. This for me was like my ultimate favourite week. I watch the seasons and I'm like, woohoo, intimacy week. What can I bring? It's like my favourite week.
What could I bring?
It's like, I'm like, ooh, like suppressed. And I'm like, oh, don't talk about sex. Like Josh is really conservative and I respect that. But then it's just like, it suppresses me and then I feel I'm the alpha in the relationship. I just feel in this relationship, I'm definitely the more dominant and it's just showing.
Oh my God. Yeah, you know what's showing? Josh breaking as a human in front of our eyes. Oh my goodness. So Sex Mel Sheen is thinking about Intimacy Week the same way that most of us would think about a barbecue at a friend's place. You know, oh my God, I love a barbecue at a friend's place. What can I bring? But in this regard, we'd be saying, oh, I'll bring the sausages. You know what? It's not too dissimilar. The comparisons are really there between Intimacy Week and a barbecue with friends. So she was pumped up. She was pumped up for this week, Disney Dad. She was ready to bring whatever you wanted. Whips, chains, handcuffs, fluffy, non-fluffy. This was the reason she clicked apply to come on to Marry at First Sight. Seems to be the main takeaway from the other seasons that she's seen.
You're saying that I am some kind of shrew or 40-year-old virgin, which I am not. We were intimate on Friday and Saturday, just this past last couple of days. I cannot sit here and take this. It is untrue.
That's interesting. So even after all the issues they've had, they're still being intimate, but she makes it sound like he has completely turned off that tap entirely. So what's the truth, Sex Mel Sheen?
Melissa has attempted to restrict my access to the TV, restrict my access to my mobile phone, limitations on the times that I can read my books, when I can go out, where I can go out, who I talk to, when I talk to them. She has used degrading and dehumanising language to me, questioning my manhood. When we talk about getting at the core of the issue, that is the core of the issue right there. That if I was a woman saying these things, the crowd would feel very differently about them.
Melissa, I didn't see this.
I didn't see that either. See, we need to see more from the hard drive endomoles. So Mel, well, she's shaking her head through the end part of that, but so Mel is restricting phone time, restricting TV time, restricting reading books time. And what do you want to do with him during all of this time where he's not allowed to do anything else? Is this your goal, Sex Mel Sheen? If you take all of his toys away, there'll just be one toy left?
When did I question your manhood?
I need a man. I came here to meet a man.
Oh, yeah, I have said that.
Is Josh not man enough for you?
I just feel like he's not a big man. I don't feel protected by Josh, and I feel like I'm protecting him, and I feel no protection or love or support or anything from him. It's not something I'm used to. I want a manly man.
Oh my God, she needs to stop.
What is a manly
What is a man? A man is someone who can talk about their emotions and get deep, be vulnerable. That's a man. What a man isn't is someone who just wants to chop it up and not talk about anything. To me, that's not a man.
Any indication of a man, I've got that from Josh more than anyone else.
Just because you might not be attracted to a man who emotes and shares his feelings, it doesn't mean that he's not a man. If you're not attracted to a guy who shares his feelings and is open and honest and vulnerable, if that's not something you want, fine. But you can't sit there and say, oh, that's not a man, because that is a very archaic way to look at things. This happens a lot on the channel where people might question a man's sexuality or even his manhood when he emotes or shares a softer side. What scares you so much? And this is men and women alike, right? Who will put in the comments, well, it's not very manly to show your emotions. If you're the type of person who thinks that, this isn't the channel for you. Because I consider myself a man, and I can be camp and fun, but that doesn't mean that I can't be strong. And I've sat here and cried on the channel many, many times. If we want to stop toxic masculinity, then these kind of comments need to wrap up. And the biggest takeaway for this for me altogether was Mel didn't even click that saying that he's not man enough was questioning his manhood. She didn't even click. She doesn't even think that that's a bad thing.
I've got to say, intimacy night. During intimacy week, it was just sex. It was just a transaction.
Oh, he's breaking.
Like I didn't feel like it was a genuine... It wasn't how I imagined to have an amazing sex life with someone. It was just physical. That was quite awful. We were really drunk and it was just really awkward.
If you were both really drunk... Sometimes when you're really drunk, it provides really drunk, messy sex. And I don't know if you're both really drunk, I don't know if that could be all on Josh. So this is the moment, Sex Mel Sheen, this is the moment that you thought, yeah, I'm gonna get him. Mel, how you could get to this age and not realise the way that you're going about things is just wrong scares me. Look in a little bit and then realise what you're putting out. Again, it's highly edited and we don't know everything that Josh has done. I don't know if he's that good of an actor, but at the moment sitting on the couch, I'm believing his facial expressions, which are, he cannot believe what the fuck is happening right now.
What might you hope from saying that?
I don't know.
It felt like a low blow, particularly at the timing of it. He's not really able to cope with that sort of comment when you're looking at him and you know he's told you tonight.
Those words have an awful lot of power because you're diminishing him as a person.
Yeah, oh, look, his little tear. Yeah, take away gender. You're just not being a nice person, Mel. It's not nice. You're just doing things to be mean.
Come out of a long-term relationship. This doesn't help. I'm wondering whether you're enough and then to feel like I'm pretty broken.
Oh, he's off.
I can't handle it anymore, man.
It's an archaic way of talking about what a man is.
I've got to go in there and show you.
You're right.
Duncan and I said the same thing, whatever, clearly means that we're both hot. So I'll echo what I said before. It's very much like what Shannon has done to Caitlin. And I don't know if Mel really understands the gravity of the things that she says. She's not listening to what she's saying, and I don't even think she's listening to what Josh is saying. You know what she would hear? She would hear words of affirmation. She would hear words of affirmation and physical touch. That's kind of the only thing that seems to get through to her.
I haven't seen any of this from Josh in the week. I had no idea this was happening for him. I would have come to you sooner.
You guys been living together?
But we don't talk.
Okay, so
this is the thing.
Yeah, you
This
do.
is
He
not true
poured
at
out his
all.
heart.
We
Could have
talk.
told me.
Talk all the time.
Not
we
about
do.
this. Whatever I've said, you could have said, hey Mel, that just really hurt me in that argument.
Why does the onus sit on me to tell you that the words that you say are really horrible?
Yeah, why is it his responsibility to say, can you hear yourself right now? The words that you're saying are cruel. And she's also saying that she's never seen this side of Josh before. I would disagree. He has shared struggles, personal things. He has shown this vulnerable side to you. And that seems to be the side that turns you off the most. And even if he did speak up, would you listen? No. I don't think you remember anything that's said to you, again, unless it's positive words of affirmation. Like, oh, baby, you're so hot. Let's do it.
I definitely think I have a huge bite, and I definitely know I've said some horrible shit, and I'm so apologetic.
I appreciate that, but
Yeah, you are.
I said all those shitty things, and I'm really sorry.
I think we need to get to the decision.
I'm leaving. Can't stay here anymore.
So I did say leave, and then I decided to say stay.
No. L-E-A-V. No. Stay. What the fuck? Over the last week, everything that's happened to you, Mel, has made you think I should stay. You need to go do some personal development. Work on yourself, Mel. You got a lot of work to do. Wait, they're not going to make him stay. Wait, they can't make him stay. Look at Disney Dad's face.
Josh is a really nice, great guy. He's a great guy. Why would you not want to stay with him? He's really, really kind. And
When we look at, what you're saying to him, which is he's not enough of a man for you, Josh, we can see clearly you're pretty broken right now. And we're not going to subject you any longer to this. But right now, it's up to you, Josh, what you want to do from this point forward.
Thanks, I'd like to leave.
So we're going to respect your request. Josh, Melissa, we wish you all the best.
And I hope Endemol's and Channel 9 are going to pick up the therapy bill for so many people in this season. At this stage, I think Caitlin and Josh would be, they would have the highest bill of therapy needs. Well, thank goodness that is over. And Mel's rationale for going to write leave, crossing it out and writing stay makes absolutely no sense to me. He's a great guy. Is he? Because that's not at all how you've painted him. If you're saying that someone is not man enough for you and they're not satisfying you, even all the things that you just said on the couch then, why would you write stay? That's what?
It was a great balance of dominance and delicacy, I think. It was, I was being delicate in some ways, but at the same time...
We don't have to get into details, it's all right.
Oh, no, we do.
It ended with a bang.
There it is.
There it is. That's all little 2 shillings needed to hear. It ended with a bang. Oh, my work here is done, everybody. I'm the queen of experting. And you know full well that I'm about to buy the domain dominanceanddelicacy.com. Hi, I'm Duncan. I can be dominant and delicate. Yeah. I've also got a big secret. What is it? All right, so it is a dominant but delicate stay from both of them.
I just didn't want this to then conflict our relationship.
I just wanted a bit of support, a backboard, like we could, brainstorm kind of how to approach it, but I kind of got like a brick wall response. I don't want anything to do with it.
Just wondering, Cam, if there's a middle ground here. I appreciate that you've got strong views on this. I support you, but I'm not going to get involved myself.
That's pretty much what I said.
Lyndall, I noticed you're smirking there.
I think just the way that it was said was quite blunt and it kind of hurt me.
Probably the way that I said it is like, you are your own person, say what you want. I can't tell you what you can and can't say. I probably could have said it in a nicer tone. So I apologise if that's the message you got.
The way you said it was, I can't stop you, but if you're going to say something, I'm going to be pissed. That's how it came across to me. Again, highly edited reality TV show. But isn't it interesting that we haven't seen anything from them all episode and this is the only bit? It's either nothing has happened of interest or a lot has happened and we've buried it all because maybe some of the stuff they say in the media about Lyndall is true. I guess we'll find out soon. All right, even though we haven't seen anything, they still both write, stay. And then once Lyndall sits back down, I think maybe we get to see the real Lyndall for a second, or at least hear.
Where's the popcorn?
Where to start? Last night, I gotta say, it was a big one.
She loves the drama.
I thought it was a lot better than I thought it would have been because I was anticipating a lot worse. There was things that I said that were insulting.
Interesting that you thought the dinner party was going to go way worse. Says to me that you thought they had found out more things that you'd hoped to keep hidden, but they hadn't, and you got away with it. Remember, T-Foul man.
But I think the most hurtful thing for me was after that. He said if there was someone that walked down the aisle that wowed him, he would have cut it off with his ex then and there. And because I didn't wow him, that is why what happened with his ex happened. I didn't feel human. I would never treat another human being like that, not a stranger, not a friend, which is why I did ask for a separate room, because how am I meant to sleep in the same bed as someone who thinks this way of me?
Your behaviour towards Caitlin, really disgusting.
I don't really even have an answer for you.
Just own it and answer the question. What's your motivation to saying those things that are insulting?
Does it matter? It doesn't.
Were you trying to hurt her? Explain yourself.
I said them just to hurt her.
Well, at least he finally admitted it. And this is why I don't understand how he ended up making it on this show. He clearly has a lot of things that he has to work on. So how did he get past all of these psychological tests? Or is that all bullshit? And it's really just an intern with some glasses and a white coat on. Oh, yes. Well, you seem pretty unhinged. I've got someone great for you.
I'm really sorry that I've done this. As much as what I've done is disgusting, what I've said is repulsing, not noticing it, and how deeply, deeply sorry I am. I want to stay.
Shannon, you're not talking a lot of sense.
Because there's still that gut feeling inside me that says stay.
Glaringly obvious that any chance that you get, you have tried to push her away and to hurt her. Why should we believe now that you're going to change? Turn to Caitlin and tell her how you're going to be better this week.
Come back to the house and give me one more chance. I want to be better this week because I just want to actually get along, at least just for one more week, just so I can just, at least, we can just end up at least just being friends and I can just get along with you because I don't want to end it like this with anybody.
No. This is gross. If you let Disney Dad leave, you absolutely have to let Caitlin out of this. This is, I don't even know if it's borderline, but it's, as someone who has grown up around domestic violence in my own family growing up, and also from other friends who have gone through it, and this behavior is textbook. Yeah, I've done wrong. I've done really shitty things. I've been really awful. But if you come back and give me another chance, I'll fix everything. No, you won't. You absolutely won't. You will do the same fucking thing again and again until you fix yourself. And it's not Caitlin's job to fix you. It's your job. Again, how did this guy get on the show?
I'll buy her flowers. I just want to even just have a conversation where I just give her even just the slightest bit of respect. I mean, I'd love to give her a hug right now, but I don't really think that she'd want that because I'm a monster.
Why do you think you're a monster?
Any relationship that I have, all I do is just put people down to make me feel better about myself.
Okay, well, that's actually the first bit of honesty. I thought, okay. And no, Caitlin is not going to be There's no, I'll fucking flip if they make Caitlin stay. Or even if Caitlin says yes, someone else needs to step in at that stage and go, I understand you're a person and you have your own right to make your own decision, but let's just talk about this for a second because that doesn't feel like a safe environment for someone to be in.
Right now, it's up to you what you want to do from this point forward. If you want to stay, then you stay. But if you decide that he is not for you and he is not worth sticking around for, then you can leave.
Thank goodness. No, there's no way. There's just no way. I'm just gonna, she's gotta go. She's gotta go. She's gotta go. This is terrible for her mental health and for her safety in general. Gotta go.
It's an apology that is followed by anger and aggression and defensiveness. An apology that is actioned. I deserve to be respected. I deserve to feel wanted. I deserve to be treated like a human being.
Yes,
you don't deserve me. Really hoping to meet someone who I could love and who would love me. I wanted someone to be proud of being with me. I wanted someone to appreciate me. This isn't what I wanted. And if I'm being honest, if I could do it all over again with someone else, I would. But this man does not deserve me.
No, he does not. Thank goodness. Oh my, could you imagine the shit that would go down if Long John said, well, you know the rules. If one person writes stay. Shannon wanting this redemption story is wild to me. Even his reactions during it, as if he's so mad at everybody for the shit that he did. Don't get mad now that someone's just echoing it back to you. You did this. It's on you. Oh, thank goodness that she got out of there.
This experiment at times for you got really, really nasty. But throughout all of that, you maintained your dignity. And let me be very clear, you are worthy. You are a great catch.
Oh, shaking your head. Oh, he's off. Oh, and that's the end of the episode. Okay. I also still can't get over the fact that he was like, I just want to hug her. Oh, God. Oh, it's just such bad behavior. Whatever psychological testing you're doing is not good enough. Well, thank goodness that is the end of the time. I'm going to miss Caitlin, but it's good that she is not there anymore. Shannon, Caitlin Dunn, and Disney Dad and Sex Mel Sheen are out of there. But just in case you were like, oh no, we're down 2 couples, don't worry. We've got more weddings on the way. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Hopefully you have commented below with your thoughts and feelings. And remember, I'll share some of those comments if they tickle my fancy in the SBA comment section in the live shows. Go to patreon.com/rehashed for more exclusives and more content ad-free. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one. Sweet baby angel. Bye-bye.